Why should you practice daily? So one of the videos that I've been researching, I'm doing for Foundation Success, Nas Daily. You may have seen him from Why is Thailand So Cheap? Or not why they're so cheap, but like how cheap it is to live there. And really that video made him really go viral, 43 million views on Facebook. And then if you followed his videos, you can kind of see that he's been having, I think he's on like day 450 of his daily video project. He's been traveling the world. One of the videos that spoke out to me was why he records daily, and kind of taking my takeaways from that on why you should be working on your craft daily. So one of the stories he tells, and I did the research, looked up what I could find, Google Scholar, Paperworks. The university professor stated that he ran an experiment on his class to see who could make the perfect vase. So he split up his group into two groups, and they basically, the end goal was to draw, sorry, brain mistake, was to make the perfect vase in 45 minutes. And one group was tasked with the 45 minutes they would spend making one vase, working on it, tweaking it until the time was up, the allocated time. And then the second group, they were given enough material from clay to just make as many vases as they could, but they still had the same objective, as at the end they would get rated and see if they could come up with the best vase, right? So from the studies, something else taking away from it, off the top of my head, if you guys have ever drawn those, like, I think they're like S's. I don't exactly remember what they're called, but just imagine like group A, you're practicing drawing, these cool little S's. How do you do it? I think it's, I don't even know if I did this right. I remember I would just draw these S's like all day, or I mean not all day, but back in the day, it was like a cool thing to do. And I would just keep drawing them like over and over. And I don't even think I got this one right. Where do you connect them? Do you connect them diagonally? I don't know. If you guys watch this video, drop me a comment on how to actually draw it. But the point is like with drawing, with any craft you have, whatever your passions are, it's a daily step-by-step process. And what the university professor found was that, instead of being one S or one vase, who was rated the best, it was this group A that they had 45 minutes to make as many as possible, that they were able to create one, see what was wrong with that, use clay, use the material to make another vase, and really just work on it. 45 minutes they had, and they just created, when they were rated, the best one, compared to group B, who spent their whole time, making one vase, tweaking it back and forth. So there's a lot of things I take from this study, that I've applied to my life beforehand, and then after watching the Nas video. It's kind of like confirmation of, humans like confirmation bias of, confirming or believing, that they're on the right path. So I'll say that, when I made my fitness business fest, I was, studying a lot of, how to gain muscle, how to lose weight, talking to one of my personal trainers, Jarek, and, something I learned, I believe it was the Arnold Schwarzenegger book on bodybuilding, said that, or it could have been his biography. Arnold was talking about that, you build muscle when you're recovering, and when you're working out, you're tearing muscle, and then your body has a certain rate at which it produces muscle. So you can't just go to the gym one day, work out like all day, and then you're gonna have muscles, because you're just tearing your body down, and it takes time. It takes, when you go to bed, the nighttime cycle, to release the hormones in your body to create, the growth factors to build your muscles. And that is a day-by-day process. So, if you think about it this way, you have a small muscle. Here's your muscle. I'm working on getting a digital whiteboard for you guys. You have some tears. You build another muscle on top. The muscle fiber grows. And just day by day, you just grow more muscles. But you can't do that if you don't work out every day, right? So with the vases, it applies to everything in my life. shooting a basketball, getting better at basketball. And I apply this to, for you guys, for your digital marketing. If you guys don't know anything about SEO or why I say, a lot of my clients, I'm telling them, just start now, start today. Something is better than nothing. Write your articles, write your blogs. And the reason behind that is I think a lot of times, humans want to engineer stuff. They build stuff after what they find in nature, what they find in life. So Google has a thing where they do it based on age factor. Right, so this isn't how old you are, this is how old your website is, how old your article is. So if you wrote a blog or wrote content on, like, let's say for example, SEO or Facebook ads, and you're trying to rank for that specific keyword, part of the factor here, among other things, I go into a lot in my course about SEO and Facebook ads, all that stuff. But if one of the factors is age factor, you can't go back in time and make that article and Google and say, hey Google, look when I wrote this article. You could display it on your website that there's ways to publish backwards, but Google knows when it first crawled and saw your content. And so that's why I say, start today, because a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, when you're trying to rank for your passion, your basketball trainer, I'm a digital marketing agency owner, whatever you guys you found your purpose in life, or what you're going to create your content on, you want to have this help your ranking. So I think about one of my clients. She's been writing how to get it, like, interview for PA schools, and she's been making content for like 3 years now. And always in the beginning, sometimes when you're following your passion, if you're not, it's not best to not be motivated by money but by the passion, because I talk about this in one of the concepts. Yeah, you can find the video. Time-oriented task versus I'm saying this wrong, sorry. Time-oriented versus task-oriented is that you have to be task-oriented when you're creating this content. And a lot of the world is based on salary, or compensation plans are based on time. And if you're task-oriented, you could write these blogs. You may not see any income, any money, but when I recommend to you guys to focus on your passions, that way, you'll love writing the content, even if you don't get paid up front or you get paid immediately. And it's a day by day, building muscles. As Arnold said, life is about reps and sets. You get the reps in one at a time, and then you complete your set. Nas Daily said, making the vase, building a lot of vases. That's what really helps with the learning factor. And something I'll also add is from my time at tech, let's say I had an exam at the end of the month. So I learned this very quickly. A lot of my strategies back in high school, and I was able to, I think, just the way I learned things, I was able to cram. And so if it's March 28, I'll cram for 3 days and to do well on a test. But a lot of times what that does is that actually just goes into your short-term memory, and you don't really actually learn anything. You just practice route memorization so that I could spit it back out for a test. So when I started getting into more complicated concepts, like Calc 3, differential equations, all the stuff I learned biomedical engineering that I don't even use today, I had to go back, in the beginning of the month, March 1st. This is what my mom taught me, actually. She was saying not to cram. She studied psychology, and she was telling me that the brain, when you go to sleep, just like when you go to sleep, you build muscle, you build the brain muscle, the mental muscle, and you conceptualize what you've learned, and you can't go back in time and build that conceptualization in your head. You have to study every day, work on it, understand the concept, and then the next day, that's how you get long-term growth, long-term learning. And so why you should practice every day? Because that's how the biology works in your brain. That's how nature works. Put simply, humans design things after what they find in nature. That's just, we build off what we see. And if that's how we find it in the world, you know, you're trying to do SEO ranking, that's a factor, age factor, Facebook ads, anything that you're trying to do, you'll see that it takes time to work on your craft and to build your craft. So you should start today and you should do it daily. One of my clients, Jordan Lawley, talks about this. You know, his Instagram didn't come overnight. It's this idea of having overnight success, overnight stardom. I did the video. You can see where I scroll. It takes like, I think the video took like 10 minutes if I didn't speed it up. Or I just scroll through his Instagram, just go on his Instagram page and scroll, try to get to his first post. It takes a really long time because day by day, he's posting, working on it. And not just like building your Instagram or your social media platform or your social media presence, but also his passion for basketball, right? Yesterday I was doing shots with my buddy Albert, and we do a drill where we take 2 shots in a row. You have to make 2 in a row around the 3-point line, you know. And I'm still terrible at basketball. I used to be really, really bad. Now I'm just really bad. But, you know, I worked on my range. I stepped back some, go past the 3-point line, trying to extend the range. And that comes from, you know, daily practice, extending the range. You want to get better, you have to put the time in the gym to get better. So that's the video I'll leave for you guys today. Why you should be studying daily, why you should be working on your craft daily, and then apply that to the digital form. You know, SEO age factors, building your Instagram profile. You know, when people scroll your profile, if part of it is, you know, the behaviors scores of people is they see when it was posted. So if they scroll and they see, oh, this guy's been doing it for a long time, right? They could click on the post, see when you posted it. You know, in their brains coalesce that you know, this guy's doing it every day. This is what this guy's about. So next time I go to his page, I could expect an update. So start today, guys. Whatever your passion is, you know, write those articles, make those videos. And to my clients and to, you know, people watching this, you know, you'll get better if you watch my first video. It's like, I mean, I still think I'm not that great about at basketball. I was about to say basketball, but making these videos, and you know, it just takes time. I watch my videos, I analyze it. You know, there's things I'm cognizant about of what I'm doing. It's in my mind to correct it. You know, looking straight at the camera, not shifting around a lot. The tonality I'm giving to you guys. It's all work in progress, and you just put it out there. You know, and then you can see it and analyze it, and then the next time you make a video, it'll be better. And you know, that's how life works, guys. So, I want you guys to incorporate this process into your head, and you know, let's start seeing those videos. If you guys are in the course, shoot me some of your first videos, some of your first articles, and I'll be happy to just analyze you, give you some tips on what I learned that helped me make the content that I'm giving to you guys today. All right, guys. So this has been one of the videos. Make your posts daily. Peace.